Oh yeah. What's up, TightlineTV fam? I hope everybody had a great holiday. And it's been a long time since I've seen y'all. I miss you. I'm sorry. It's completely my fault. I've been distant. The reality of it is, it's been a busy couple months. I moved into a new house, as you guys may know. The holidays came around, and honestly, it's just been very hard to fish. And recently, I've just been rethinking things. And honestly, I've been trying to just spend some time acclimating myself into the content that I want to make for 2020. Considering it's winter right now, it's very hard for me to make fishing content. So I'm not trying to veer completely off of what this channel is about, but I'm also trying to change it up. Anyways, I'm back. I hope you guys had a great year. I hope 2019 kicked butt for you, and that's where we're gonna get into this video. Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys my top 5 best moments in 2019. 2019 was an amazing year for me. It wasn't everything that I wanted it to be, but it also was something that I never expected would even happen to myself where I'm at right now in life. So I wanted to share these moments with you guys. I've been so blessed over the past year, and looking back, you never really know how much you actually do and what you've been given until you sit down and actually just like absorb it, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. There were a whole bunch of awesome things that, you know, went down in 2019 here on this channel, but instead of just compiling them all into something, I figured it'd be more fun to just kind of focus on the top 5. And this way, you know, I guess for myself even, I can go back in time when I'm older and stuff and look at those memories. So I got my Perrier. If you guys can drink alcohol, I didn't pour alcohol because probably most of you, or maybe all of you, or maybe none of you have 21. The reason I didn't pour alcohol is because I feel like not everybody who watches my videos is 21. And you know what? I like carbonated water, and I don't always need to drink alcohol. That's probably one of my things in 2020 that I should probably calm down on, is drinking less alcohol. Anyways, cheers to you guys. I hope you had an amazing new year. I hope you had an amazing holiday. And let's get into the top 5 moments here on TightlineTV. I got them written down on my phone here because I'm gonna mix them up. So, by the way, guys, I'm also gonna show you the clip right here. So we're gonna roll all those. But the very first thing that happened in 2019 that really kicked off the year, me and some of my buddies from high school decided to just up and send things out to Michigan. We went out to Traverse City and decided to go ice fishing. This is something that we never did before. We really wanted to get into ice fishing, and this was our idea of doing it. We were like, you know what? Let's get the boys together. Let's drink some beer, let's go catch some fish, and let's make a video out of it. And that's exactly what we did. And this trip was so memorable to me because I got to get out there and do something with my friends completely on our own, and it was successful. This trip was actually supposed to be a burbot fishing trip. Like, we were trying to catch burbot, but that completely didn't work out. But we ended up finding schools of lake trout, and it ended up being really cool and really fun. So I'm gonna go show you guys the teaser for this. My buddy caught his PB lake trout. Unfortunately, I didn't catch anything, but this had to be the start off of the year. I think this was in February when we went, and I'll never forget this trip with my buddies. And because of this, it's become an annual thing. So we will be going there pretty much next month. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. But we're gonna roll the clip. Yeah, just take your time. Take your time. We were literally about to leave, and Corey toughed it out as always, and we finally got hooked up. So we don't know what it is yet, but you good, Don? Oh, nice, Don.
Okay, now.
Yeah, careful.
No. Oh my God. Can someone take photos up for me?
All right, Don, bud.
Don't feel bad, but maybe that's so far down.
Yeah, it's moving. Oh yeah, little lake trout. Yeah, little lake trout.
I told you, this is the spot, man. We're on them. But it's still a Laker, boy. Yeah.
Corey's hooked up. And me, I still ain't got nothing. I'm about to take Corey's seat. Yep. Hey, tell your friends I need to catch one.
All right, moving on into number 2. This was something, again, that I never really thought would happen this early on in my YouTube career, if that's even what I want to call it. It was completely random, and nobody really knows the story of this, and I don't think I've ever shared it, so I think this is just really funny. But this was when I went and fished with SB Fishing on the 50 state tour. Now, I had never done a YouTube collab with another YouTuber ever. I back and forth talked to Matt Strukel from SB Fishing kind of as he bounced around states. The year prior, I tried to go fishing with him as we kind of crossed paths with somebody else that I fish with, and it didn't end up happening because I had issues with my boat. And then randomly, while he was doing the 50 state tour, he just happened to be coming through my state. You know, he put a thing on his Instagram saying, like, asking for fishing advice. And, you know, I gave him some advice on where to go and where I thought he should fish around here. And then it was actually really funny. Matt ends up DMing me at like 1:30 in the morning and was like, hey man, you want to just like hop on the boat with me and go fishing? And of course I was psyched to go do that. I was always looking forward to make friends who kind of do the same thing here in the fishing world, but like also who fish, because I really don't have a lot of friends that fish. So I thought this would have been a cool thing to go do. So I legitimately called off work at like 2 o'clock in the morning and drove about an hour and a half south of where I live to get on a boat with Matt. And this trip in particular will probably be one that I'll never forget. What was really cool was like, not only did I make a new friend, but we had one of the craziest fishing days of 2019. Like, we struggled so hard to try and catch fish that entire day. It rained and poured and it was cold, and we struggled so hard. And we were mainly focused on catching Matt a fish because that was his goal. He wanted to catch a fish in every state. So we were largemouth bass fishing. We could not catch a bass to save our lives. Finally, he caught one and we moved on to muskie fish. We muskie fished for an hour. I had a good gut feeling in my body where I thought these fish would be, and we just had the time of our lives. So we ended up getting like 9 follows, and Matt bagged 2 muskie like back to back. It was crazy. So this was a really cool experience. I know Matt really enjoyed this too, and you know, I'm really glad I got to share this moment with him and share this experience. It was really cool. So hopefully we get to fish again, and go ahead guys, check out the clip.
Come on, bite right before the rain. Oh. Thought I just saw one swipe on. I could be wrong though. Oh no, he's behind it. He's behind it. Got him. Hey, right here. Get in that bag, baby. Oh no, he's out. He's out. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That was so sick.
Of course, a big fish lake, you get a little squeak, but
I love it,
still a muskie,
dude. I'm stoked, man.
Dude, that net shot, though.
No, he was in and he was like, "Screw that, I'm out of here."
Dude.
Not a big one, but Matt got on a fish, which is awesome, and he actually got it on one of my baits that I've never used before, so that's also awesome. So we're gonna switch the lens over, and I'm gonna show you guys what we got into today.
All right, my friends, there we go. Ohio muskie, second muskie of the 50 state fishing tour. So lucky. We've only been fishing for him for like an hour. We've had so much action too. It's a little guy, but I mean, I don't care. I love catching muskie. And it was such an aggressive eat too. It was sick. On the Phantom glider.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch, baby. Butterscotch. Jordan called this fish actually. Oh! Freak out. Oh, got him, got him, got him. Oh, yeah!
I got you.
Feather it, you gotta feather it.
There we go. Let's go, baby. As you just called it. Let's go, dude.
Got her.
That is such a fat fish.
There we go, boys.
Dude.
We literally came back to the spot
Such
for
a
this
bad
fish
fish
and got so lucky and got her. I can't even tell you how stoked I am right now. This fish is, what do you think, 40 inches, 38?
I'm gonna say 38.
38?
Caught a lot of 38s.
But it's fat, it's full, and it's just a beautiful fish. What a way to end the day off here in Ohio. She's ready.
Friggin' arm is getting soaked because I decided to pour Perrier all over my countertop. Gotta top the glass off, you know. All right, so moving on to like my third favorite moment. I have to look and see what it is because I remember, oh yeah, this one. Oh. This was something that's crazy. I don't think it'll ever happen to me again. And it probably doesn't happen to very many people in general. And this is why this is so crazy to me. This was my first cast muskie. Guys, I've been muskie fishing for like 7 years, maybe longer. I don't know about longer, but probably like 6 or 7 years. And I've never came close to catching a muskie with even like the first hour of fishing, right? I linked up with a guy by the name of Aaron. Aaron owns a local bucktail company called Churning Waters Bait Co. You guys have seen me catch a lot of fish on his bucktails, and he's just a really great dude. He's also a local guide in my area. And essentially, we got out together. He had a guide trip end early, and he invited me out on the boat for the day, and we went fishing. And so within like the first 5 minutes of getting settled in and filming intros on the boat, I take my first cast. This bucktail, when I casted it, sank to like the bottom of the lake because I had a backlash. I was literally just trying to get settled in. I have a bad habit of like not turning on my GoPro right away. But long story short, I click my GoPro, I start my retrieve, and I'm like just kind of getting everything dialed in, not even paying attention. And a muskie comes in on the very first cast. I do a figure eight. I completely screw up the figure eight, and the fish was gone. And I didn't stop figure eighting because that's one thing I preach all the time is just never quit figure eighting. This fish came out from under the boat and just wailed my bucktail. So this was crazy. I caught a muskie first cast. And to top all that off, this whole day was just crazy in general. We ended up catching 4 muskie in like a 15-minute time span. Like I caught mine, then maybe 3 casts later, Aaron caught like a 43-incher. Right after that, he caught like a 35-incher, and then right after that, he caught another one, and then I lost one like right after that. It was like muskie, 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 muskie. I don't know what the heck, what the stars were doing that day. I don't know if they were aligned correctly, but the muskie were hungry, and we essentially had like a 5-fish day and only fished for 2 hours. It was crazy. So I'll never forget that. Thank you so much, Aaron, for giving me that experience and giving me bucktails from time to time. Great dude, great guide, and yeah, roll the clip. I'm on one first cast, guys. I didn't even start recording. Oh. Nah, I spooked him on that set. I thought he had it in his mouth. Literally, guys, first cast, I wasn't even ready for that. He's still on it, he's still on it. Got him. Guys, first cast muskie. What the heck?
I got him.
Yeah. First cast muskie, dude.
The old burnt walleye.
What the heck? All right, I'm gonna bring him up.
I'm gonna let him go.
I gotta reset my tray. Little guy.
That's 36 inches.
Yeah, 36-incher. That has never happened in my life, boys and girls. What the heck? I started the GoPro in the middle of that follow, guys, because literally that was first cast. Holy, what the heck, dude?
Burnt walleye's working today.
Dude, what? Dude, what the heck? Yeah, it took a cookie cutter, 37, maybe 36. Not a crazy guy, but there we have it, guys. And Churning Waters Bait Co, guys. There you have it. Where you want me?
Right here. That's a 42, 43 incher. He might be 44.
You know when you're ready.
That's a nice fish. 42. I'll tell you when to stick the net down in there. All right, I'm gonna turn him back in here.
Okay. Ready when you are.
No.
Bring him into me.
Right here. Dip it down in. Dude, that was sweet. can meet that thing?
Yeah, in the corner of my eye, man.
He came up.
He's looked pretty good in the corner. It's a good fish. 40, 42, yeah. Give him 43, almost now. 42 and a half.
2 and a half. A nice fish.
Nice fish. Little guy.
Got it.
Want me getting that?
Nope.
You good? Yeah, that's gonna be a
Woo! There he goes.
Well, popped off.
That's good.
It's all right. We would have picked him up and showed you guys, but.
Alrighty, so we got 2 more, and these are 2 that I will genuinely hold very close to my heart as long as I live. I never expected to get this kind of opportunity as soon as I have, and everything when you make videos and you put yourself on the internet, it's crazy how many people you meet or how many people reach out to you just because they genuinely like you as a person. This was something that I just never knew was a thing getting into this, and it's awesome because fishermen and the outdoor community is already filled with a bunch of great people, but when there's people that are willing to come together and bring new people on and bring people into new things, it's so cool to me. It's just so cool. So these last 2 kind of go hand in hand, but I'll separate them. And the very first one is fishing the YouTuber muskie battle on Lake St. Clair. It was crazy enough to me that I got invited out to this YouTuber muskie battle. I got reached out to by a guy named Mike Ducci. Mike Ducci is one of the best dudes you'll probably ever meet. The guy knows how to fish. He's an animal when it comes to muskie fishing. Anyhow, he originally invited me out to do some fishing with him on Lake St. Clair. And from there, it turned into me getting invited to the muskie YouTuber battle. And long story short, I went out to St. Clair and fished this YouTuber muskie battle in the second leg with a bunch of other guys. A lot of these guys are some of the biggest muskie fishermen on YouTube. And I ended up catching the biggest muskie of my life within the first 15 minutes of the trip. And that was a little bit over 49-inch muskie. I was kind of like irked because it was close to 50, but needless to say, I went out there, I caught the biggest fish of my life. I was a little upset because my GoPro crashed, so I don't have the footage of me hooking up to it, but I do have the footage of me getting it in the net and bumping it and things like that. But I was very grateful for this experience. It was really fun. I've never fished on Lake St. Clair before, and that place is just crazy. I can't wait to go back. I'm excited for next year. So I really want to thank Mike Ducci for sliding into my DMs, and Jeff from Just Keep Casting for inviting me out to the event. And I guess Matt from SB Fishing, because I guess he was one of the big players in why I got invited to that. So I'm very fortunate for that experience. Roll the clip.
Like,
there we go.
yes.
Well done, boys.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's go, baby. All right. I'll take over the camera for a little bit. I'm just talking about fish, and I got cranked on a pounder. First time ever fishing a pounder. We don't get to fish these big baits around where I'm from. I'm amped. I got cranked hard on the retrieve. Shout out Kevin for getting that fish in the net. I'm gonna put the camera down, I'm gonna help him out. We gotta bump this fish, we gotta record the bump, and we gotta see where it falls on the point line. I'm gonna go, this fish is probably in the 45 to 45, 46, that's what I'm thinking too.
Big old fat girl.
Might be my PB too. That's the thing, where I come from, guys, I'm from Ohio. My PB is 45, and that's a big fish where I come from. So this could be a game changer for me right now. All right, let's go. Okay. There you go. We're looking at
49.
That's 49 right there.
Okay. There we go, guys. First muskie. YouTuber muskie challenge. You look good?
Yep.
Okay. Get her back.
And from here, I kind of have one more that kind of flows from the most recent clip that you watched. And this was me going to the finals of the YouTuber muskie battle. I didn't think I would make it this far, but I did. So after I caught that fish at Lake St. Clair, Somehow it scored me enough points between me and the guys in my boat to basically land myself in 3rd place out of this, fun tournament that we do. So I got invited out to Leech Lake in Minnesota, a place that's completely on the other side of the earth from where I live, and somewhere, again, I've never been before. And so I got invited out there. I didn't know if I'd be able to go because of just where I'm at in life. Like, it's very expensive to fly around. If you guys don't know, I don't do YouTube full time. I don't make a ton of money here on YouTube. My YouTube videos make me enough money to make my boat payment every month, which is amazing. It's very amazing, but it's like little to nothing. So I work a full-time job. This requires me to take off work, find the money to pay for flights, which is not cheap, find the money for a rental car, gas, all that nonsense, and it's really not possible to do. I was able to do this because I have amazing people in my life. I don't know why or how I figured out how to network with the right people, but I was so fortunate that I was able to get everything completely sponsored. I don't even like using sponsored. It's such a weird word because I don't want to look at it that way. These are just genuine amazing people that wanted to support me, and so I partnershiped up, we'll say, instead of sponsored, with a local restaurant that I do video work for from time to time, and then a lodge company down in Minnesota. So essentially my flights were paid for, my rental car was paid for, my stay was paid for. The whole trip was completely free except for the food that I ate, basically. And that is just so crazy to me. I would never be able to do anything like this if it weren't for those people. And I thank you guys so much if you're watching this video. You guys know who you are. And yeah, so essentially I flew out with one of my best buddies that I grew up with, the #1 buddy that I started muskie fishing with. I flew out to Minnesota with him, and we fished the finals of the YouTuber Muskie Battle. We did not do very good. Actually, a matter of fact, most of the people that were there didn't do very good. Mike Ducci came out on top, and he took everybody down. But I got to go out to Minnesota. I got to take my first travel YouTube fishing trip ever. I got to go so far out of my comfort zone. It was so cool. I'll never forget that trip. And I got to hang out with some amazing people. It was just super fun. I'll never forget all the guys that I got to, have conversations with and hang out with. And I guess we'll continue to from here on out. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll roll essentially, I guess, the teaser from that trip. I'll also link down the videos down below. If you guys have never seen them, you may have not seen the Minnesota video. But other than that, I'm gonna roll that one out and we're gonna end the video there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am so blessed and I'm so thankful for every single one of you guys that support my YouTube channel, my social media, and that just enjoy, watching my videos. Like, that's what it comes down to. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you really do enjoy the content. I promise I'm gonna try and post more. I'm not giving up on YouTube or anything. It's just genuinely hard when I live in Ohio and the weather's so bipolar. Sometimes the lakes are frozen, sometimes they're not. For some reason, the deer don't want to show themselves this year. It's just been a weird start to the season, but I promise you guys, videos will be consistent as soon as I can make them consistent. So please, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching if you've been here for a very long time. And I hope you guys have a kick friggin' butt 2020. I have a lot of stuff in store for this year, and I hope everybody makes their 2020 better than their 2019 and years to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jordan. I run this channel here called TightlineTV. Love you guys. See you later.
Good fish.